Hey everyone, it's Camping Cast with Smith RV in Casper, Wyoming. I want to show you guys something we just traded for. If you're looking into overlanding, off-roading with your Jeep, your Bronco, your whatever off-road vehicle, and you want to maybe stay out there where you're at and it's some extreme terrain, follow along this video, check this thing out. All right, guys, whatever time of year you are going, if you're going in the winter, you're going in the summer, this thing is going to be ready for whatever comes at you. They have a 3-inch thick sidewall on this thing. All of your holding tanks are heated. This thing will comfortably house you down to negative 40 degrees and take you comfortably up to 120 degrees. That's insane. This thing is like a tank, a cooler, on wheels with off-road suspension and ready for whatever you throw at it. So we have just a little bit over 32-inch tires on 16-inch wheels on this thing with a mild off-road tire on board. We have a awning, an Overland brand awning that will come out over this side. We have detachable steps to not interfere with anything you guys come across out on the trail. Got emergency escape windows that will hatch open. And then we have storage that is a pass-through, all nicely finished. All right, let's go check out the front of this thing. All right, at the front of this. So again, this is the X145 RB. This is a 14.5-foot box on a 21 overall foot length trailer. But something special and unique about this one is this has, on a sliding tray, a 12-volt cooler. So essentially, not only do we have the fridge inside, but this 12-volt cooler is wired in and will run off of the battery system on this unit. So this is a great feature. Propane system has been mounted up here, up above. We have little steps on each side to get up high if needs be. Front storage in here. Now this one does come with the Equalizer brand, very high quality brand weight distribution hitch. And it does come with the hitch head and a pin hitch, which is special to this articulating hitch head. So when you're doing those crazy angles off-road, that's going to follow along with it. And when you detach from that off-road vehicle and you want to keep this thing planted in place, we do have a park brake or emergency brake here. Now something special on this one, a power tongue jack has been added to this. Be a little less cranking action. But what came standard on this when it was built was this flip down jack that you can manually crank that up and down. So let's check out one more storage area before we go to the service side. Nice little house box in there. All right, let's go check out the rest of this thing. All right, on the service side of the coach, we got our shore power hookup here. That is a 30 amp service. We do have a Go Power external portable solar panel plug-in. Not that that will be very necessary. This unit has 740 watts of solar on the roof of it. We have three 360 amp hour lithium batteries and a large enough inverter to run everything in this unit, including the air conditioner, the refrigerator, and even a microwave. It's insane, guys. All right, I'm gonna have you check this out. So we have our water manifold system. So we're doing city water connection here. We're doing tank fill. We have an outside shower with this quick connect port. And I want to show you guys this air system on board here. We have the Cruisemaster off-road suspension. Now that is imported from Australia. to Wisconsin where they build these. So specifically built for the outback. So some of the toughest terrain in the world. Now this has a air ride suspension on board this unit, and it is incredible, guys. So I'm gonna show you how this operates via this remote, but this system raises, lowers, and can go side to side as well. So let's go ahead and lift this up. We got the other side going up. Now we're going to raise this side up. The inches you gain on that is incredible, guys. So you can drop it back down, but definitely increases your departure angle, out back there. Something else with this air compressor system, with this Cruisemaster suspension, you need to air up tires maybe on this trailer or maybe the off-road vehicle that you're towing it with. We do have a line out system on here as well, so you can use this onboard air for that. So just an incredible system. Take that even deeper, we have hydraulic over electric disc brakes on this. If you ever see disc brakes on a trailer, it's typically on a high-end fifth wheel, occasionally, but not all of them. So this is very, very unique and a great system as well. So definitely an incredible setup. All right, let's keep going. All right, at the back of the Xplore Overlander, it's got a great storage box. So whether that be jerry cans, whether that be firewood, whether that be additional water on board, great storage box there. Full size matching spare wheel on this. All right, let's keep going. All right, just a couple things I forgot before we go inside this coach. Got handles on all four corners of this thing, you know, and you ask for what would that be? You never know what you're going to come across off-road. You might be having to hang on while it's, you know, articulating through some different things, and you never know what you're going to come across. Got tow hooks, and we do have these very solid stabilizers, 4 stabilizers on each corner that will flip down and allow you to stable out that coach. So something else, you will see some off-road trailers out there that maybe have like some rock rails and some kind of edgy graphics and whatnot. And it really puts on the perception of an off-roading trailer, where this is very full-on off-road between the air suspension. I mean, we got metal welded wheel wells on this thing. I mean, so there's no plastic fender skirts or anything like that. So when you're banging off rocks or trees or who knows what, this thing's going to really, really hang in there. Something else, we talked about this thing being capable of down to 40 below zero and running water and all of those things. I mean, with that 3-inch thick sidewall, we got, look at all the seals we have. We have one seal, there we go, one seal. And we have 2 outer seals, another seal here and a third seal there. And look how thick that door is on that thing. So incredible, guys. All right, follow me on in. Let's go check this thing out. All right, at the front of our Overlander Xplore, we have a full bed up front here. Now this particular one has been upgraded on the mattress. If I can show you how thick that thing is. She's a beauty. Very comfortable. So we do have a little 12-volt fan up front here. We got individual lights on each end here. The thing about having this east-west bed up here, I think, is really great. We can open our window, which has got a built-in screen in that. Maybe we can open our hatch. You can lay in bed, look straight out at what's going on outside, at hopefully some amazing scenery. We got shelves up top on both sides, reading light. We have our light switch that you can turn on and off from the bed. And then we have a 12-volt plug and 110 outlet. And again, having our built-in inverter, having those 360 amp hour lithium batteries, all of our outlets are live on this unit. You guys want to take a look at the goodies? I'm going to lift this bed up and show you what's under the hood. So we have our batteries. In fact, this one has been upgraded. Excuse me, I've been saying 3. This has got 4 360 amp hour lithiums. Our 2000 watt Go Power inverter over here, water pump, battery disconnect switch, a few other things over there. So this is strutted. However, with this upgraded mattress, you need a prop rod to hold that up. All right, behind us in the galley, we have this great cover that adds a ton of counter space up top here that opens up to our very, very clean, unmarred up single basin stainless steel sink and a very residential faucet. So this does have a Dometic propane 2-burner cooktop on board, tied into the propane system on this. Then we have we got our water heater, freshwater tank heater, gray water tank heater, and again, so 60 gallons of fresh water on board this coach. The gray water tank is 60 gallons as well. So from a quality standpoint, guys, this is like what I would say almost like Airstream quality of materials. This is a very generational camper. So very high quality stuff that is really going to take the rigors of bouncing around the backcountry. So this is a real beauty of a fridge. This is a 12-volt refrigerator and very sizable considering how small it is. And we even can make ice in this thing. So I think who don't like that, right? All right, and then up over here we have kind of our pantry. Now this one does have a microwave in here, and we can plug this in and run this off the batteries of the trailer. And then we have our coily hose for our airing up anything that you want to plug into the air system. I'm going to back up real quick. I forgot a couple things in the galley. So for a smaller 14.5 box foot trailer, the storage is pretty wild in here. So we got this that will house a bunch of food goods or whatever you wish. But if you check out these drawers, we got 1, 2, and 3 somewhere here. Oh, this one doesn't open. I'm sorry. Just 2. The sink's right there. So 2 sizable drawers, and then they are slow close as well, which is nice. Let's see, down below here, you're going to get access to our Truma Combi water heater furnace combination. So that is heating the water and it's heating the air in this unit. So just our little cover there for that. Now on the outside, we talked about that air conditioner being a 12-volt air conditioner. That's very abnormal. Most of those air conditioners are 110 based. This is a 6800 BTU air conditioner, and again, this is going to run off the batteries pending sunlight, but with decent sunlight, it'll run indefinitely, which is incredible. So now our little dinette here. So this table is directional, so you can kind of turn that and do what you need there. It's very solid. It's not flimsy. It's not built out of cheap materials. We have storage beneath our cushions here. We can take a look at that. All nice hardwood. We have a Bluetooth speaker, which you'd come to expect in today's world. And then we have more storage up top here. We have all of our monitor panels up here so you can see what the batteries are doing, what the inverter's doing. Our Truma Combi water heater furnace combination controls there. We have our lighting controls here. All right, guys, let's go check out this bath. All right, welcome to the bathroom. So nice little slider here, comes in and out. Now this is a dry bathroom. So in a lot of smaller trailers, you will find what they call wet baths, where the commode will be in the shower. This is really a great separation of that, where we have our own area for the shower. We have a nice little seat down below here. We have a little hanging here, so whether that be hanging towels, maybe hanging clothes when the shower's not being used. And a great little shower here. Got a soap holder, so you won't be dropping the soap, hopefully. And then height-wise, now I am about 6'3", so I am up into the screen on this a little bit, but I still feel like with my big old wingspan that I have plenty of room to get the job done. They got an awesome little teak floor in the bottom of this thing, and really a great setup with the shower screen. It's going to keep the water inside here. So as far as the rest of this goes, we have the sink bowl, which is nice, and then the storage is pretty wild in here. So this is just a flip down, but then we have drawers. So nice drawers. Ooh, that was a little loud. And then coming over here, continuing on with all of that storage. Got a nice amount of storage in there. So now this is something different, guys, on this commode. Sorry, a little more storage right there. But on this commode, this is what they call a dry flush commode. So there's no water going to this. So basically it goes down into like a vacuum sealed bag. So when it goes down in, like vacuum around the edge of it to make room for more to go down in. Now, how many times do you think? Maybe hard telling, possibly a dozen or so. But the nice thing is, when that is ready to come out, it vacuum seals, you take it out, you dispose of it properly, and then you put a new bag in, and away you go. So anyway, really a great setup, and allows you to keep that 60 gallons of fresh water for other things, and one less thing to dump when you're doing that stuff. So anyway, hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. If you have any questions on this amazing Overlander trailer by Imperial Outdoors of Wisconsin, we'd love to help you. Give our team a holler. And thanks for coming along today, guys. Again, I'm Camping Cast with Smith RV, and have a great day. Thanks.